Things in soaps that make no sense. We are back here doing another Reddit video discussing the soap things that just, little tendencies that soaps like to do, where it's trying to be a realistic thing about real people in a real world, but simply stuff that makes no sense. First one says, Phil and Peter and Corey are alcoholics, but they spend their time hanging around a pub, but it's okay because they order an orange juice. Very true. All the alcoholics just get orange juice. It's a little signal to say we're alcoholics, lads. Next up, someone says, if a relative moves away from an area, they'll no longer attend major family events like weddings or funerals. Yeah, but it's one of those contracts things where you can't really pull them in on all these little stints. So very few crimes, even in this day and age, are caught or solved by CCTV. That's just a fun little acknowledgement with these. Is some great shit. Somebody getting married 4 to 5 times is perfectly normal. Yeah, I mean, the amount of ridiculous shit that happens to soap characters is kind of wild. Because it's they have had HIV, they've had 3 children, they've had 2 weddings, they've had 3 marriages with 2 gay men and 1 woman, and also they're dead. This all happened in the span of 3 years. What? It's absolutely wild.
It's just that thing, you want to keep things fresh, isn't it? Because yes. you don't want, because I'm not saying real life is boring, but it's hard to base soaps off real life, because if you're just going, well, here's Derek, here's John, they're talking about the gays, they're getting bread, they're going back home, John's watching fucking Challenge again, he's watching classic Family Fortunes, here we go, having a cup of tea, having a shite, you can't really do that, that's not interesting.
Boring, isn't it? It's fucking boring.
That is real life. Obviously you can't incorporate that into subs because there's licensing issues.
Yes.
There's a heap of issues. So that's why you have to have a hate crime happen between Ben and Callum because they're both gay and having an orgy on the main street with Felix watching and masturbating. And what? This makes no sense. And it's it doesn't have to make sense. This is why Sharon gets married 50 times. This is why I'm saying Eastenders stuff. So I'm sorry. Ash will say Coronation Street stuff and so forth. But this is why you have to have all these outlandish things. Felix was caught on the roof masturbating while sticking a dildo up his hole. But what the fuck was he doing? A wall dressed as Santa Claus and getting choked? What? Well, this will never happen in real life. And then it turns out this happened in real life in New Jersey, America. And oh, okay, it does happen in real life.
Yeah, it's just. You have to make exceptions, right? But it is always good fun. It's why I like fucking EastEnders, because it's all I like soaps because it's real life, but kind of dialed up where everybody's just a lot they're just a lot wilder, really. But there we are. Someone says Janine and Tracy and Corey are literal murderers, but they're quickly forgiven and accepted by family and community after a few years. Yeah.
Well,
you murdered someone. Well.
That's actually, I can defend this one, because families will love each other no matter what. Unless you're like me and you're an asshole. It's why do you not like your uncle? He owes me money. Okay. But families do forgive people, depending on what they do. Unless your granddad somehow burnt down an orphanage, then punted a child, and then teased the foster kid I'm gonna adopt you. Look at these keys. You're gonna come home with me, you little Mexican. Oh, okay, granddad. Maybe I can't forgive you. But if someone does a murder, some of the family will forgive them, some of them won't. It's just you can't really bring, let's just say, Janine back and have Ricky be I fucking hate you. You fucking murdered this Barry. How dare you? It's kind of that thing. You can't really have that in subs. You can, but it's much more than dynamic. It's better if you have Ricky going, I love you, Janine, and Janine pushes him down the stairs and he's I love you, Janine, and she throws a hot frying pan on him. It's that kind of thing in subs. where you kind of have to be unrealistic, but families will forgive people depending on what they do.
Yes.
Like again, if Ash murdered me, some of his family will not forgive him, but his other half will be like, fucking cut it. Only 10 years in prison. That's my boy. Next time do 20. Next time do 20, boy. Thanks, Mom.
Someone says, my pet peeve is when people text each other and there's never any previous messages visible. Yeah, I don't delete messages personally.
No, I don't. My dad
I still have
does.
messages from like fucking 2013. Like, I don't have anything to find. I don't have anything to hide. Like, I'll fucking manage. Someone says also that everyone seems to have everybody else's mobile phone number. Yeah, I've got like 30 contacts in my phone, and some people have like shit tons. It's kind of wild.
I've like 10.
Yeah, it's a very small number. Someone jokes, I always wonder if there's an Albert Square WhatsApp group. I wonder if Phil occasionally shares memes that he thinks are funny, but everyone thinks are wildly inappropriate.
I would love that. I need that for like I need Frank. I know it will never happen because they want to have Phil be a fucking hard man. But I'd love if I like Christmas, he's just sat there with a cat. And I say, cat. What, Phil? Look at this funny cat picture. And it's like from 20 years ago, and the cat's like, his head's through the bread, and it's like, look, it's very funny, isn't it, cat? It's very funny. He's just so proud of it, like a child who's not shit themselves. He's like, I think it's funny. I think it's funny. I want to be in that fucking. I like to think Steve McFadden is like that in real life, where he does find a meme, and it's like, what do you think, kids?
Yeah. Someone says it's unheard of for anyone to get a job outside of their very small local area, regardless of the limited opportunities there. If they do, they must move and leave the area. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking for work. Oh, it's Chippy. Yep. So. Like what? This always makes me laugh. They say I've been everywhere looking for work. There's nothing, and then they've been to like 3 or 4 shops on the street. Guys. Yeah. Like the only time I remember is when Lauren had a job in the city, like away, but otherwise they kind of, I don't know, they just don't leave the square much, which is always good fun.
Well, actually, Stacey and Jean did as well. They had a job in like the town.
Oh yeah, they were cleaning that fucking. Oh yeah, yeah. Way back in the day, Andy and Debbie worked outside the square. Andy was a nurse, and Debbie worked in the bank. Yeah, there we are. There we are. That's someone who watches classic podcast. Definitely not. Dead now, of course. Buses don't exist for commuting in Walford. Well, they do, except the time where the bus falls over and someone gets trapped in it. It's,
Yeah, how come, like, we used to see buses in Albert Square. What the fuck happened?
Someone says, my pet peeve is whenever someone calls anyone, the first thing you say is, oh, it's me. I'm just like, who? Who the fuck is that? Yeah, I'm never answering a phone like that. Like, if you don't understand my voice, it's not like, it's me. Are you in?
I want to do it like Scream, where it's like, are you eating your popcorn? What's your favorite scary movie? Ooh.
But yeah, someone just says, I've never started a conversation like this in my life. It's me. I think they would fucking know who is calling them with the contact in your phone. Fair enough. Very true. Someone says, I hate this. They never say bye either. It's been... Oh. God. Sleeping with siblings and parents, etc., and it all being fine around each other again. Are you Jack, Denise, Chelsea? Jack, Ronnie, Sam. Like, you know, all the weird love triangles that... It's like, oh, this is perfectly reasonable. It's like, Max, why have you slept with my best friend? Sorry.
Had big tits, you know?
Ooh. Right, someone just someone getting a bit too into the orange juice rather than like Coke or lemonade point. Like, Ian being in the same room as two women that tried to kill him. The man is a coward. How does he not become an anxious mess around them?
Who's the two women? I know one of them is
Sharon.
And Sharon.
Cindy, yeah.
Well, I guess that's just right.
Well, I mean, he's not dead.
I mean, for some of this, I can agree with the writers, because you don't want to hammer home. Oh, remember this thing from 20, 30 years ago? Do you remember it? 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 And it's like, Jesus Christ, I know. Ian Beale was nearly assassinated twice. I know. Jesus, calm down. You don't really want to have that. But if it's real life, yeah, I'd be fucking anxious. I'd be I'd be like a dog the minute a fire engine goes by. I'd be like, look, a fire engine. I'd be like, Cindy.
Yeah, someone says, how can you be lovey-dovey with a woman who wanted you dead? It has been like 15, 20 years. It's been at least 20 years. People change, you know. And we didn't see them when they initially got back together, you know. You won't go to jail if you're guilty. You will go if you're innocent or the victim. Yeah. Someone says they do all their shopping at the Minute Mart where the markup must be astronomical. Yeah. Like, mate, they're all like, Karen's poor, but she's going to the corner shop. Like, mate, you're going to like Lidl, you're going to Aldi. Like, I'm not fucking going to the corner shop for my weekly shopping.
Can they just create a fake store outside the town and just call it like Bildel?
I mean, in Corrie they do have a co-op in there, but yeah, it's usually just like the fucking Minute Mart. Someone says no one in soaps watches soaps, and then someone remembered that Dot watched Coronation Street, which is funny. It's just a throwaway line.
Wait, but yeah, that got retconned because they're all in the same universe now.
No. I mean, she can still watch, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter.
Because
it was just a funny throwaway line.
No. I'm just saying, right? Because if you're implying that Coronation Street's a show in a universe that is also a show, you're implying the fact that it's like the Truman Show, that their lives are being filmed 24/7. So if the universes are all connected, you can't really say that this universe is being filmed, because then all the other universes of this show are being filmed as well. So that's like saying Eastenders is filmed, Coronation Street's filmed, the Hollyoaks is filmed, Emmerdale's filmed, like so forth. Like, I'm just saying that realistically, you can't watch a show in the universe that is a show that is supposed to be canon with your show. So fuck you. I'm right.
There's been too much multiverse shit. If you can, Piggy's a seasoned multiverse teller at this point. The amount of multiverse shows and movies and shit that have gone around. Technically true, but also, fuck's sake. Characters who experience multiple traumas never go see a therapist. Never.
Ben Mitchell.
They do seem to be getting a little better, and there's more to talk about anyways. It's only 2023. Jeez. Right, like Whitney should be a basket case by now in dire therapy of meds, or in dire need of therapy or meds. Yeah, Whitney and Ben should have gotten help instead of prolonging it. Yeah, people, How someone who works part-time in a pub or the market can afford to live in such expensive houses? Speaking of houses, with the exception of Karen's flat, everyone's house looks like something out of a magazine, yet you rarely see anyone doing DIY or decorating. Yeah, fair enough. Pretty interesting.
Where do they get the furniture?
I just don't know, mate. Someone says I miss classic EastEnders episodes where flats appear to represent the income. Yeah, like fucking Mary's, like like rot-ridden, fucking damp shit room. Like, yeah. Someone says, it's a petty one, but shoes on the sofa. It drives me up the wall. No one does that unless they're wearing new shoes out of a wardrobe department. Yeah. I ain't putting my shoes on the sofa. Come on, be reasonable. Take them off. Take those fucking shoes off. Someone says, whenever someone's looking at something on their laptop that they shouldn't, they just close it quickly instead of escaping or closing the tab. Like, say escaping, it sounds like them like fucking hiding behind a fridge or something. Just pressing the fucking escape key. Because it'd still be playing on the screen if someone opened laptop again. Yeah. Everybody like, oh, what are you looking at? Nothing. You're not shut anything up, mate. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus, that was a long one. At times the character says it's a fresh start, either in a relationship or a life change, has made it such a cliche, you know it's going to be the exact opposite. Someone says it about once a month. It seems to annoy me to no end. Yeah, like, it's going to be different this time, guys. It's going to be different. It's the same. Women who are giving birth in soaps have a really quick labour. Yeah, fair enough. Whether we're not exactly getting any, like, fucking 40-hour births in soap. It's just immediately quick.
Because they're not do highlights, like, out of the bottom of the screen, hour 1, hour 3, hour 6.
Just have to show the clock, like... Well, they show a long birth if someone dies, right? That's what I'd imagine. Their clothes are often brand new. Yeah. Nobody can do drugs in a casual way. They have to go full addict within a week. Yes. Yes. Huge financial problems just go away when the storyline finishes, when in reality the character will be paying off the debt for a decade. Yeah. Become a car mechanic without having any training. Yeah, everybody seems to know how a fucking spanner works. Characters acting like moving out and going across the square is the end of the world. They'll never see their family again. You can't leave. I'm living next door. No, but we'll never see you. Sound. Someone says drinks being on the house to a pub full of people. Yeah, that's never happening. Come on, get them fucking profit margins up. Right, where are we at? Those ones are... No pets. Or very few anyways compared to the rest of Britain. And Jasper the parrot doesn't count. Hope he leaves a Roxy. There's usually a token dog around the square like Wellard, Lady Di, Tyson, but no cats. Since Dot's kitty died years ago. Also didn't Abby have a hamster. Otherwise no pigeons, not even in the little park. Yeah, there are never any animals on the fucking show, are there? The last animal other than Jasper and Tyson is...
Fox.
Yeah, the fox was there.
Well, was the fox real?
It's Lola. Meow. Sorry? You're a fox. Woof,
hello,
woof.
Jay.
Yeah, like that. You have Tyson. Oh, the last animal I remember was Mr. Pickles, the rabbit, of course. Great rabbit.
See, I think it would be hard to get like most animals on the square.
Obviously, early on you had fucking Willy, of course.
Yeah. Sadly, a troubled actor. He was on the catnip too much, and he was said hard to work with. But obviously, I think it just comes down to you can't have like 50 fucking animals on the set. Yes. Because they're all either going to start humping or shagging or fucking shitting everywhere. Like an example, I know it's a wrestling example, but an example I will make is it's like the Al Snow Big Boss Man match where they had all these Rottweilers around the ring.
or whatever.
Yeah, the kennel match from hell. With all these dogs around the ring, and it's like, oh yeah, they're gonna attack the big boss man. What are they doing? Hey, come here, you fucking
Having a
beauty. Like, you can't really have that on EastEnders or on a family set, because you need to get dogs who are trained,
Yes.
and cats who are trained, and pigeons who are trained. Obviously, we do see pigeons somewhat on the show, but it's probably like CGI. Yeah, I think so. Like when we're doing a morning shot.
Last time I remember seeing animals was in like fucking mid 2000s Corey, where you have Jack who likes pigeon. But that's it.
No. I think we just get like a shot of them flying or something.
Yeah.
You don't see them in the square. Like, it's obviously going to be very hard to have like 50, like have one cat there, one dog, one pigeon, one rabbit, one hamster, one gerbil, one zack, one fucking, you know, like one fucking pug and everything. Like, would be very hard to manage on set, and the amount of dog food and cat food and rabbit food it would cost.
And also like, to have a handler there as well, you know, like.
Although I want to see a character have an alpaca with them.
Sorry?
An alpaca.
Yeah, there we are.
I don't call them alpacas. I call them an alpaca.
All right.
So yeah, I want to see one of them with an alpaca. That's what I want to see, or like a llama.
Yes.
Like just a big fluffy animal. Like, I understand it's Britain, but still. Or a raccoon.
Get a seal on
like,
the show.
Baby, the more of you, the stranger. The strangers it feels. Ooh, the more of you I get, the stranger it feels.
Someone says that everyone is so forgiving. Tried to kill me. Ah, well, never mind. Let's be friends. Weren't we married and went through a bit of divorce? Yeah, but that was months ago. Yeah, people are either they never forgive or forgive in about 3 seconds. You cheated on me with my best mate and slept with my dad. Ah, well, soulmates, innit? Alright. People get thrown into the trunks of cars without the assailant having a weapon. Yeah, I'm not saying it would be quite hard to bundle someone into a car. But, you know, you're not fucking just picking them up and throwing them in there.
It's like Nugget when fucking Ravi just put him on his shoulder. It's like, if I was an actual child, he'll try and like kick the dad in the bollocks or something.
Yeah,
or he'd call child services. Although, like I said to Ash, I like to imagine they put Nugget on top of the roof like a Christmas tree and just tied him around the roof of the car like a Christmas tree. Just get on that fucking roof, boy. Get on that fucking roof.
Someone says they can up and leave overnight, even to another country like America or Australia, where a visa is needed. True. But nobody wants to see the paperwork, of course. Someone says, anyone remember when Phil Mitchell cured his crack addiction by having a good night's sleep? Yeah, that is true. He did just... I mean, he wasn't clean, but he didn't try it again. Getting hit on the head and knocked out can have varying consequences depending on what the writers want. It can be anything from a light nap to a death. True. How are they able to live comfortably despite the cost of living crisis? I mean, the show reflects on real life, but it doesn't how the residents handle it. Yeah, it's like, obviously, Stacey, the Slaters have been, like, hit with the cost of living crisis. But they're still living in their fucking massive house.
How many rooms does that house have?
Like
20?
Many, apparently. Like, you know, they've never been at risk of being kicked out of the house.
Here's my one. Right. You go to the cafe, a fucking bun is like £2. £2. Surely it'd be 3 or 4.
Like Stacey's like selling like a bacon wrap for like £2.20, and it's like, come on now. I'd love it. I'd go there each fucking day, but you know that's not fucking reasonable. No wonder you're struggling to pay the bills.
Yeah, my obvious pet peeve is obviously why is an ambulance and like the police there immediately or fire brigade? Like why are they there immediately?
Yeah, like when my brother broke his kneecap in 3 places, it's like, Okay, an ambulance will be on the way. The ambulance has been delayed by about 3 hours. Can you just get to the hospital? Sam.
Or like, oh, you're on the list for autism. Well, you're a lucky day because the list you just moved from number 150,000 to what number 1, baby.
Yeah, like
that would never
fucking Freddie, despite having a cost of living crisis and struggling to pay the rent on the house, suddenly sells a big TV and gets to go private for ADHD. Yeah, that's not happening. Someone says Roxy moved out as a single mum to live alone on the square. She was unemployed at the time and wasn't on a housing list. What the fuck?
True.
Someone says in Hollyoaks, pretty much every man Mercedes has been with has died or been murdered, yet nobody suspects or investigates for her for any of it, and people want to marry her. Very true. Everybody around Mercedes either is dead or gone. Like, she is like Cat, but has more men. Nobody has their own washing machine. Yeah, everybody's getting their fucking washing done at the laundrette for some reason.
I guess that also comes down to just an issue on set as well, because you don't want to have actors fucking say your line, Derek. It was a good day. It was a good day. Say, can you say that line a bit louder? It was a good day. Jesus Christ, don't turn off that fucking washing machine, please. Well, you could have the clothes in the washing machine, I guess.
Yes.
Or in the dryer and just not on. Because could you imagine just... Come on, Derek. Oh, Jesus, I can't say me lines, guys.
Someone says... People are like this, but I don't know why Ben's drinking taste stands out to me. Sometimes drinking whiskey, sometimes clear alcohol, sometimes cocktails, sometimes pints, sometimes bottles. Maybe it's because they each have every character stick to 1 or 2 drinks normally, so Ben stands out, questioning why he has the most eclectic palate. Absolutely despise everything clear, but drink whiskey and drafts, so maybe I'm just projecting. Yeah, to be fair, I just drink... if I'm drinking some spirits, I'll drink rum. And if I'm drinking some light drinks, I'll have like cider or a beer. Like, that's it.
I can defend this with 3 words. Or 4 words. Or 5 words. He is a fruity booty, as JBL would call him. So, yeah.
Someone says, when they end a call and the phone beeps like the old Nokias so the call has ended, there's no sound anymore. I don't get it. Or when they're on call, you can see the home screen. Fair, reasonable.
It's just that, again, that thing you don't create fake numbers.
Yes.
Because like if you use an Android, I'd assume, yeah, because I use an Android and you use an iPhone. For Android, you basically see the phone number when you're in call. I don't know if that happens for iPhones, because iPhones are different. Yes. Fuck iPhones. Android's better.
Right, to be fair, I got a cheap. I got it for like 100 quid. Mate's like, oh, I'm selling it, and I'm like, mate, I'm poor as fuck. I can't afford this. 100 quid. All right. I was like doing a bunch of surveys for money. Like, I can't afford this, but I need a new phone. So yeah, it's a good time. Good old Prolific. Great if you ever need some quick. Maybe not quick, but extra bit of cash on the side. Not sponsored. Someone says, when they say they're leaving for good or going away for a long time and take the tiniest backpack, they don't seem to own anything. True, but I guess they also aren't like fucking moving furniture, right?
I can actually, because I moved, I can actually clarify this. Basically, you can just get your stuff shipped over wherever you're moving.
Yeah.
Like for instance, when Peggy Mitchell left, she didn't have like 2 bags in her hand, a backpack on her back, like off to Spain I go, on the fucking tube I go, all I go, and fucking like taking up 3 or 4 seats. Like, she wasn't doing that. She probably just the in-universe explanation would probably just be they got a shipped over.
Yeah.
But like, unless you're a Fanny and Priya, you just bring it with you and hide it in the Slaters.
Someone says they literally have affairs on the doorstep and can't be asked to walk beyond the square for most meetups. Jay's new friend's flat is right next to the tube station. What if Lexi saw him out with her? Yeah, it's very local. It's all very local. Occasionally they'll have like a night away and it'll be like built as this really like fancy thing. But usually it's like, Someone says, money miraculously appearing. Stacey's always broke, but in the pub, and not too long ago, Skin Alfie went up west before the new job to buy some expensive looking decks. Most expensive place to buy them. Yeah, well. Someone says, nobody shits. Very true. Nobody does shit.
I don't know how I'm going to defend this, but it would be very hard to film a fucking someone having a shit. Let's be honest. I would love what I'd love is, it won't happen because it's PG. I'd love to have a scene where Kat's trying to talk to Phil and Phil's on the bog. And it's like, so Phil, what do you want for tea? Oh, fuck this curry, mate. Oh, make this curry. Oh, Cat, don't come in here, please. Please, Cat. And the cat opens the door. You don't see Phil. After you don't see Phil. Oh, Jesus, Phil. Fucking hell. I told you not to come in, though. He's just, you walk in, he's just sat there with the newspaper. Looking at it like, oh, I think this horse will win today, lady. I'm fucking backing it. Oh, Phil. Oh. I told you should have gave me that curry, Cat. Oh. I told you curry gives me bad luck.
Yeah. Someone just says that Jesus. Someone says no one new is usually surprised by past events and usually come in with full knowledge of everybody's dirty laundry and on a face name basis with everyone. I don't even know my neighbours' names. I've lived in the same place for 10 plus years up north, and we're supposed to be more friendly than southerners. Yeah, everybody's like even Theo's like, oh yeah, I remember Bradley Stacey. It's like, what? He's not been alive for like fucking 8. I know he's a stalker, of course. Like,
probably did his research.
Oh, he definitely did.
Or or again, I guess the in-universe explanation could be he got in contact with someone who knew Bradley and got the information. Same with Eve's sister. Same with I forget who else. Same with Graham Foster. He probably just got the information. To be honest. But yeah, I'm here to defend in-universe explanations for some of this.
And someone simply says, why would I know, basically Linda's an alcoholic, but she works in a bar. Why? Like, I get that you wanna behind the Queen Vic pub, but like, she's an alcoholic. Imagine how easy it would just be to go, wait, oh fuck, I'm not sober anymore. Like, it's a hard thing. I'd imagine it's a hard thing to balance, lads. It'd be like me just casually like deciding that I'm gonna have my morning coffee in a Bookies. Like, come on now. What's the fucking point in that? You're just asking to fucking like fuck up again.
In my old town, I used to get a lovely hot chocolate from the Bookies. It was one of the nicest hot chockies I ever had.
Nice.
No biscuits though.
Someone says, finally, the way that characters shapeshift into physically different people, but nobody notices, like Peter Beale. The dude is a trans-dimensional lizard. He does just keep fucking morphing shape back and forth. It's great fun.
It's like, it's just, I understand he's gonna make this scream, contacts, fucking contacts, but it's like Ben Mitchell, where some of the actors didn't wear glasses. Yes. Some of the actors wore glasses. He was like 5'8" and one, like when a different actor played him. Then he was like 6 foot. Then he was like 5'11". Then he was like 6'2". Then he was like 5'4". Then he was like 6'5". Like, I love the in-universe, like it's fucking Super Mario and they've just been hit by an enemy, so they have to shrink down the size, or they have to grow up because they got a mushroom or a fire flower. Like, oh, I love it. I know people don't like it, and I don't like it as well, but I fucking love when characters change. Like because I looked at it, I didn't see Michelle Fowler is the actor, isn't it?
Yes.
That's Susie character.
Susan
Michelle Fowler. Yeah, I looked at Susan Tully's Michelle Fowler, right? So she has like, I understand you can explain this by age. She had like long puffy hair, and then I looked at a picture of the recent Michelle Fowler, like short, taller, has a blue dress. It's like, yeah, but Michelle Fowler didn't dress like that, and it's like, well, get over it. Like, oh, I love it. I also love how like one of the Ben Mitchells was fat, and like the other Ben Mitchells was skinny. So like, I love how in universe Ben Mitchell was fat for a time. It's also like the famous example I believe of a character changing is, I believe, in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I don't know the direct line, but one of the actresses got replaced.
Yes.
I think it was the mother or the aunt, and basically in the universe someone said, "Oh yeah, you look different today," and then Will Smith obviously looked at the camera. So like, you can't really acknowledge it in soaps. You just have to it's a nitpick, but you can't really use deepfake. You can't really use AI, because obviously if you do that, you're a scumbag. It's like, oh, we couldn't get the rights to Leslie Grantham. What are we gonna do? Oh, AI him. Like, unless, like, I don't believe in AI unless it's funny. Like, you're doing SpongeBob Sings, System of a Down, Chop Suey, unless you're doing that. But I don't believe in the fucking, you're way out of focus for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I don't believe that like you should use AI voices, like so you can have Leslie Grantham say, "Oi, Sharon, you bitch, you cow." I don't believe in that. But I do love it. I do love in universe, like where Ben Mitchell at one point was fat, 5'4" or 5'8", and now he's come back. He's a big, tall, lanky fella. Like, Phil, surely you'd recognise your son has changed.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's one of those funny things.
Same with Peter, but yeah. What's your nitpick? What's your one?
Well, I'm not. We've done a half-hour video, but I don't really have one. My nitpick's mostly just about the fandom, just not giving shit time. I guess if it's kind of in story, I guess I go with like the block storytelling, just in story, where it's like, oh, you have 2 weeks and it's about the Knights and the Carter, and then like and then they hide for 2 weeks and then they suddenly come back. It's like, what were you doing all this time? Like something like that.
Or like, it's just I want an in-universe explanation of what's on the TV, because I just want to know what's on EastEnders or Coronation Street's TV.
Yeah. Because
obviously I know licensing issues, so you can't really have classic family photos. So I just want to know, did they have all these made-up shows, like a made-up radio station where it's Walford Walkie, where it's just two blokes talking about what happened in Walford. Like, I'd love if we got a radio station in Walford. Like, imagine that, us two. Fucking look at fucking Alfie, mate. He's fucking up. Oh, here comes Mick Carter.
Totally doing that for April Fools next year. Just making a mock press release saying Watching Walford is set to join EastEnders, and then sets like a radio show. That'd be funny. Alright, but yeah, there we are. So those are a massive list of things in soaps that make no sense. What are some of your nitpicks of things that you're like, this just isn't real? Like, it just doesn't happen. Like, it's always funny that nobody does taxes. Nobody is like self-employed. Well, at least you don't get any of the tedious shit, right?
Well, yeah. Well, again, it's just, see, the problem is we live in a new. Yeah, but the problem is we live in a new generation where it's forever adapting. So, like, yes. Chris Crenshaw, like, I'm not saying he's old, but he won't understand the trends of now. He'd know the trends of when he grew up. People wore baggy clothes when he grew up. And then you look at today, people fucking wear suits. Like, that's just an example, folks. Wear suits and fancy clothes. Like, it's just a generational thing. So like Chris Clenshaw's not going to understand what tic-tac is or TikTok, or he'll
You'd
try, but he'll
You'd have some extent of that, right?
Yeah,
in
but he wouldn't be
comparison to
like
what he knows. Yeah, it's gonna be much better for sure.
Like personally, I don't like when older writers try and write for teenagers, because it's just like, yo, fam, what's the fucking one? Will Ospreay says, bruv, fucking bruv, how are you, bruv? And I'm like, oh, no, please stop writing. You're a 40-year-old man writing for a 13-year-old. Please, put me out of my misery.
I mean, it's why a lot of people have been complaining about Vanny. So yeah. But there we are. What are some of the things that don't make sense? And so let's have a good old little laugh about some of them, because ultimately it's just a nitpicky thing. So we get to be stupid and petty, but some people say things that we've never thought of. I just like, how come people who have asthma are only asthmatic when they have an asthma attack? But you never see them puffing on that inhaler, do you? Fuckers. There we are. I've been Ash from Watching Walford, and I've been joined by...
You can follow Aquadreams on Twitch at Aquadreams. You can follow him on Twitter /X at Real Aquadreams. You can follow him on CSGO at you can subscribe to his YouTube channel at Aquadreams. He used to be Aquadreams Production. You can also subscribe to his other channel, Sad and Easily Entertained. They're doing gangbuster numbers, I tell you. Fucking gangbuster. Imagine that. Imagine our channels existed in the Eastenders universe. Like one more match. No, I'm not watching Walford, of course, because that'd be impossible. It'd be a fucking multiverse thing.
Yeah.
But like, Easily Entertained, Sad, and Aquadreams all exist in the Eastenders universe. Oh, it'd be great. So yeah, you can follow them channels. You can follow our wrestling channels, One More Match 182. You can subscribe to us on YouTube at Watching Walford. You can follow us on Twitter /X, Instagram and Twitch at Watching Walford. And just know, if it's a nitpick to you, it might not be a nitpick to someone else, because I personally do love when like a character's fat with one actor and then he's super skinny with another. It's just it's so funny.
It's funny. But yes, thank you for watching. Make sure to share it with people, and yeah, just do what I always said. Enjoy it, have fun, take care of yourselves. Make sure to join us in the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.